Good morning, Level Up fam. I am talking about a topic that is near and dear to my heart today, technology for the over 50 crowd. I am Jen. I am back and feeling so much better. Thank you so much for the good wishes that everyone has expressed over the past few weeks that I have been ailing. And of course, now that I have an appointment with the gastroenterologist, my symptoms are improving. So by the time I see them in like 2 weeks, I'll be cured. It'll be amazing. But anyway, it is what it is, as long as I'm feeling better. So, good morning, tribe. I'm so glad to be back. I missed you guys last week. I would much rather have been talking to you than ailing the way that I was. So, let's go ahead and let's hop into the comments. And let me just ask everyone, if you haven't, please make sure to click the like button. It really helps the algorithm, and my like to viewer ratio has not been spectacular. So if we can improve that, that would be awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So the first one in this morning was Scott Smith, my first Scott of the day. Hello, Scott. Good morning. He is driving and listening. Next in is John Gaylor. Good morning. How are you, John? And then Tom and Terry. Hi, Scott and John. And hi to Jen. Awesome. Now, who else is here? Oh, John saying good morning. And Denise. Good morning, Denise. Hope you are doing well and hope it is warming up for you. It is actually warming up for us here in the Chicagoland area today. We're going to be like in the 40s, like the low 40s, which for us, late January is amazing. It's incredible. I mean, the last of the snow will melt and it'll be fantastic. So folks saying good morning. Thanks for the boost to John from Law. Good morning, Law. And folks saying good morning. Okay, Law, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Ron with the Fam Adventures, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Aaron, Aaron, how are you today? Listening from the job. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Bone Tired Denise. Yes, fantastic. Okay. Everyone's saying good morning, which is terrific. We have another shout out. Ron, there we go. And Denise sending me my hearts, which I always appreciate. Sound is good. Great. Definitely level up. It is a great day to level up. So who else is here? I am so happy I'm feeling better. I was just miserable. The last week was a rough one. It really was. Every day was like a struggle. I couldn't work a couple of the days, and I work from home. So if I'm so down that I can't work, that is, I'm down. I'm really under the weather. Kathy Mills, good morning. Oh, with the Chet the double substituter raid. Okay, because Chet is covering for like everyone this week with folks being out and about. So thank you. I feel much more rested. I slept a lot over the weekend, so it helped immensely. Here we go. And Ryan, who is Ryan Scott, as far as we're concerned, so glad I'm doing better. I appreciate it. I am too. Appreciate you coming in. I don't want to miss anyone. Nightbot doing its thing, saying to please subscribe if you have not already. We are up to 145 subscribers, so you can still be in the first 150. And as I mentioned before, my thumbs up to viewer ratio has not been the best lately. So if you are enjoying the show, please go ahead and smash the like button. Also, if you would follow along on Linktree that is scrolling across the screen right now, I have a blog on jendotcohen.com. It's about a 3-minute read each post that I do, and it coincides with my level up topics. So today's article is about, or today's blog post is about technology for the 50 plus crowd. So, and staying sharp and all of that. So thank you. Smashed. Appreciate it, Ron. I appreciate you. Okay. Who else is here? Yes. And John reminds me to remind you, one of the nice things about having tamed Nightbot is that if you do hashtag tribe, it will post your link. So that definitely helps. And you can see that Nightbot even did it when John was being helpful and including that. And he includes my links. John is just a mod extraordinaire. Foodies Vacations. Hi, good morning. How are you today? How are you today? So great to have you in here. I know it's Vicky, but I like Foodies better. So folks saying good morning. And I am to the end with Backlash Fisherman coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, and Billy's here. Good morning. How are you, Billy? Appreciate it. Here's Chet off of his fantastic morning of broadcasting. So this should be interested. And if you are interested in helping Hands for Cruising, please follow the link. Also, anytime you want to drop the link to Helping Hands for Cruising in my chat, go ahead and do hashtag HH4C, and it will drop the link for them. So it definitely, I'm getting better with Nightbot. Good morning, Najuma. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Okay, I am caught up with everyone saying good morning. So let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about technology. So, as far as the technology is concerned, I have always found that learning new technology and learning new things helps me feel more connected and helps me feel, I don't necessarily want to say younger because I like the level I'm at right now, but I think, I think it's definitely a thing that can help keep you connected. So here we go. All right. So what have you found that I pressed the thumbs down button twice and then the thumbs button up 3 times. I know it would have been easier to hit the thumbs up. Once would be easier. You are too funny, Billy. And Mona, thanks for coming in. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate it. Deb Rogers from the other side of the world. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And yes, thank you. Congratulations. The reason I'm using the celebratory background is I actually got a promotion at work that went into effect yesterday. So I'm very excited about it. It's new title, new level, new everything all around. So, and now have people who are reporting to me. So it's very exciting. I appreciate the good wishes because I'm excited about it. So yes, you're here. Congratulations on your big news. It was big. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Mona. Oh, thank you, Deb. So well deserved. Deb and I actually have the honor of working together as well as being friends. So I really appreciate and value your opinion. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chet. I appreciate it. And thank you. It is great. I'm very very excited. And Chef Todd is doing something really funny. He is started calling me Madam Director because he's like, you now outrank me. So I need to be respectful and call you Madam Director, which is just hilarious. So I have a feeling I'm going to show up at my desk one morning and there's going to be a little plaque that says that on there. That's his sense of humor all over. So we will see. We will see. We will see. So, little bit about me and my background and my experience with technology after level 50 or above level 50, I should say, is I didn't start doing the work that I'm doing now until I was over level 50. I did related work. I've always worked in the learning and development space. But as far as creating e-learning, and especially creating e-learning for an entertainment company, that's brand new. That's way after level 50. So it's yeah, Madam Director, thank you. It really is it keeps me in the loop a bit. Not entirely. It's still funny because there are like apps out there that I have no idea, I haven't heard of at all. I really have no clue, never heard of them. People start talking about different apps and I'm like, what was that? When did that come out? Where am I like just recently discovered Blue Sky, and I know a lot of people haven't even heard of that one yet. So that it's like kind of a Twitter-esque thing. So anyway, oh, thank you, Deb. And she's bloody good at it. I can't say it with your fabulous accent, Deb, but I appreciate it. And you are exceptional at what you do too. So I'm very lucky to be able to work with you. So I just think I think that staying current with technology and with what's coming out, whether it's physical technology like smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, things like that people can discover and get some benefit from. Or if we're talking about things that are like run on those devices, so apps or software. The software that I use to develop is most of it is actually software as a service. It's a SaaS program that we pay a subscription and have access to their software that runs on their server, and we simply access it via the web. So there's nothing to download. It's accessible anywhere. It's great. It's fantastic from that perspective. And I've worked for a company developing training for a company that was a SaaS model, software as a service model. So now Deb is saying that she just discovered SlideBean. That one is now new to me too. So I don't know what that one is. What does that one do, Deb? What is SlideBean? Is it an app or is it a site? And Mona saying hi to Foodie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys interacting and talking to each other. We've got like 14, 15 people here. So let's hear some ways that you feel like you've stayed connected. Do you get a new smartphone when new ones come out? I mean, I know some people are all about getting the latest model as soon as it's released. But other folks like to hang on to their device for a really long time. And sometimes it becomes like one of those things that it's out of service. It's not even being supported anymore. So it helps you do really sleek presentations. Ooh, I will have to check out Slidebean then. That sounds really cool. They look really fresh, modern, and pop. Oh, I like it already. Gotta keep, there we go. Isn't Slidebean the Chinese AI app that rained on NASDAQ's parade yesterday? I don't know if that's the one, but she said Slidebean. So I think we're safe, Aaron. I think we're good there. Now, I am not one to run out and get the newest phone the moment that it comes out, but I'm not typically more than like 1 or 2 versions behind, because I just find that I start having issues with devices. A lot of times my last one, I actually had to replace. I got the same device, the same model, but a new device because the battery started heating up in my old one, and it was actually causing the back of the phone to separate from the front, and it was like bowing away from it. It was crazy. So that they said it had to do with the heat. So I'm not sure. So John says that they wait until they're no longer supported. Just replaced your wife's iPhone 7. See? Okay. And you've got the 11. So there you go. It definitely, there's different ways of handling it. I don't think one is right and one is wrong. At least you're on an iPhone and you're utilizing a smartphone. My mother-in-law, who is in her mid 80s and just a wonderful human being who I love, has zero filter and zero patience for learning to use her smartphone. So she always blames the phone. It's the phone's fault if it's not charged, or if she has turned the ringer off, or since she can't find anything on there, or any of those things. So it's very funny. Keisha, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for the congrats on the promotion. I'm very excited about it. So thank you. And Spoke saying good morning. Good morning to the chat friends. That is terrific. You are heading out to school drop-off run. Oh, driving and listening. Thank you. Be careful out there. People are crazy, and no matter the weather, I don't think that matters anymore. I think that people are just bad drivers, and yeah, it ends up creating dangerous situations. So other than Deb, who has found Slidebean, which is used for presentations, has anyone discovered an app that they particularly like or dislike recently, or anything, a new piece of technology, a new device? I switched to a smartwatch about 2 years ago. I had used a Fitbit for years and years and years, and kind of got sucked into using the smartwatch, and now love it. Even though I use probably 5% of the capabilities of the watch, I do like so little with it. It is really kind of sad. But yeah, that's yeah. So Denise says that she has the Apple. Okay. See, I have been a holdout. I have always had Android devices since they were developed. And at one of my jobs, I had a work phone that was an iPhone, and it was very cumbersome for me to work in that environment. I know the people who like the iPhone and the iWatch and the iPods and everything else love them typically. I know it's also kind of a love-hate relationship sometimes, because when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it doesn't. So
it's a cult.
And Chef Todd says it's a cult. It's funny, actually, our son had Android devices for many, many years. And when he got married, his wife and her whole side of the family all had iPhones. And so it was obviously much easier for them to share family photos and things like that through iCloud. So he switched a few years ago, and we were like, no, don't go. We're holding on to our Android people. So, yep. So you are using Filmora to edit videos, and it's constantly changing and has AI stuff too. Ooh, Filmora. I will have to check that out because I have been looking for something like that. And Denise, you ran 4 miles by 3 a.m. this morning. Holy cow. No wonder you're like dropping so much weight, babe. That is fantastic. I hope you just are yeah, that's how you keep up with your steps. That is outstanding. Oh, Embarkation Nation joining us. Good morning. Hello. How are you? You check messages, set timers on the watch to catch IVs right before they run out. See, you're using it in a really productive way. You're using it like for work. And if I have to set a timer, I'm still using my phone. I'm still picking up the phone, which is funny because obviously it's something I can do right from my wrist. If I'm checking messages, some messages I definitely check, but I do most of my replying and things like that all on the device. So it's funny. Okay. So John's laughing. He's not wrong. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a bad night, Denise. Okay. So, yep. Jen at Embarkation Nation coming in, saying hello back and forth. I appreciate it. Law says, I saw someone use their iPhone to change the channel on the TV. Was that an AI video? Oh my gosh. I actually know what we have so many systems and so many different technologies. It was I think our Roku device has an app where you can control the channels from your phone. So great job on Chloe's birthday party from Denise. It's the simple ones that throw me. I agree, John. Law, I'm the same way. You can get a universal remote app, so just do everything from the device. That's wow. I'm glad she had fun at her birthday party, Jen. That's fantastic. Folks saying hi back and forth, sending hearts. Terrific. I can work all of my TVs on my phone, Roku app. See, you've got it nailed, John. So that's a great way to, again, like stay connected, stay current with apps and with what's going on. It's really funny because I think that my parents are pretty savvy with technology, given that my mom's in her late 70s and dad's in his 80s. And I'm so lucky to still have them both. They are pretty savvy with the tech. But I will say that occasionally they will do something where I'm like, why aren't you just using an app? Why aren't you, what are you talking about? So I know when Wicked was released, when the soundtrack for the movie Wicked came out, My mom, I said something to her about, I think you would really enjoy it and you should give it a listen. And she's like, what, said something about like buying it. And I'm like, Mom, don't you have Spotify? And she goes, Yes, I do. And I'm like, so listen to it online. What do you mean you're gonna buy it? You don't, what are you gonna buy a CD? I mean, it was really funny. It was very amusing actually. And then she of course went in there and did that, and she's like, this is the most amazing thing ever. So John says, I'm not that great savvy. My son is and fixes things for me. That helps too, but don't sell yourself short. You're a great mod. You're fantastic at posting links and all of that. So there we go. Definitely. So Denise's mom is scared of tech. She was a bookkeeper for 40 years and lost her job when programs came out that made her job obsolete. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a shame when things like that happen. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, oh, John said that twice. That's funny. She was convinced the computer was the devil. Awesome Adam Sandler reference. I love that. Something going on with your computer, of course. She may have been right. It's totally true. That completely sucks. I hate hearing about people, their jobs being made obsolete by any kind of technology. One of the things that I have found in my industry in learning and development is now that there are apps that use AI to help create content. There are some companies, fortunately not mine, but there are some companies I have heard from colleagues who are putting less of a value on their learning and development creators, the people who actually design the courses, because they think that it's so easy because there's AI, and they don't understand that you're talking about people who have dedicated their careers to adult learning practices. And that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. So yeah, I that really sucks. Roku is doing it for you, John. The Roku is taking over the computer. That's right. That's funny. And you're right. AI can't do everything. It's a good tool to assist. But it is it's assistive intelligence. It's not going to replace things outright. It can speed certain things up. It can certainly help when I'm having like some kind of a brain block and I just want to get like a list of ideas or a list of a general outline of an idea that I have, that I will sometimes use the AI tool to flesh that out. But the actual design work comes from plus years in adult learning and knowing what that takes and knowing different models to use and things like that. So this is what happens when I use the kids' computer. You have your computer all set up to do taxes. Oh, don't remind me. I promised that we were going to file our taxes on time and not file an extension this year. So I'm right there with you. So we are at the end of our time here. So that's what an AI app inventor said today. It was a lot harder to be the first when you didn't know it would work and then copied it once it had. And there's a lot of copies out there. There's a lot of different apps and there's a lot of different ways to incorporate it. And it's a cool tool, but it shouldn't replace a human being, definitely. Well, thank you again so much for joining me today. Go over to jendotcohen jendotcohen.com, and check out the blog. If you like what you see, subscribe. It comes out 2 or 3 times a week, and like I said, it's like a 3-minute read. And if you're interested in the topics that I'm covering on Level Up, you might be interested in the content that you find there. So be sure to check it out. So Law says it was in today's news, and Denise, you did your taxes yesterday. That is awesome. You are ahead of me. Everyone is using AI now, but you can see this. We've been interviewing salespeople and asking them for presentations, but they haven't done any of it. Crazy. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. And as always, level up.